Hello, and welcome back to Third Degree Burn Theater as I prepare to melt the skin off some more Hollywood royalty in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM 2. The skin melting is problematic, but I think it's fine. At least nobody died. Besides, Karen Allen and Bruce Willis were the victims of said skin melting, and I kind of feel like maybe their best days are behind them anyway at this point. So what if they have to write some exposition into Indiana Jones 5 to explain why Marion's face is more melted than the candles on Sting's nightstand after a 14-hour session of pure tantric fun? And as for Bruce, well, they can just call the new John McClane movie Get Skin Grafts or Die Hard. They're already out of decent titles anyway. Honestly, I think that one's better than Live Free or Die Hard. It really is. They're also out of good plots for those series and heretofore unseen children for John to try and salvage his relationship with as well. They really got nothing left to do for John McClane. So, yeah. Also, I can't help but notice, speaking of John McClane, why are you in the bar talking to Harrison Ford, you loafers? You guys are both supposed to be injured right now. You're supposed to be gravely wounded, Bruce Willis, and Harrison Ford is straight up wounded. Probably broke his leg while shooting a scene, but I can't help but notice that both of you guys seem perfectly fine down in the bar. What the hell's going on? Next time somebody, you know what? Next time, it's 4th degree burns. 4th degree burns. Because if you're going to go to the hospital, damn it, I'm not taking any more of this whole sandbagging bullshit. So let's head up to Mission Control here and give those of you playing along at home an opportunity to place your bets for Celebrity Death Roulette. That's right, folks. Pick your celebrity, pick your cause of death, and make your wager. Me, I'm going to guess Clint Eastwood, and, you know, I'm going to go for the outside chance and pick natural causes. Because I do have an 86-year-old man running around on rooftops with an assault rifle. Odds are like 3 to 2 that one of his hips shatters like a Fabergé egg and sends him plummeting to his doom. So there you go. Me, I'm choosing Clint Eastwood on a rooftop with a shattered hip. That's my clue guess of the day. You make yours. We'll see who's right. These rookies, we absolutely need them. Let's go investigate this immediately. We are running with an expanded roster early, and in addition to that, you know, the catastrophic deaths and injuries and wounds, they've been prolific. So, I mean, the rookies are a must. We got to get them. 4 days to clear some alien debris. This is fine. When we clear that out, we will probably use the funds we get from that alien debris. Okay, we've got 94 supplies. Kathleen Ross is now available. This is fantastic. A power relay. You know what? We don't need it right now. We really don't. But here's the thing, because this is a fairly big but. I don't want to waste any of our engineers' time, so I think we go ahead and get this built. Would I like to assign them there? No, I really don't. What I want to do is we start this up because ultimately we do have to have a power relay somewhere. That's got to be somewhere. It's fine that it's there. And then what we'll do, since we did use 94, this is actually more than just 90. We got 94 supplies and we used more than that to build it. What we'll do is instead of having Ross build the power relay, which we don't currently need, and since we don't need it, I mean, we've got time, we'll have her clear these debris instead. So 10 days there, our guerrilla tactics tool will come online. Power relay 24 days later. By the time we actually need power, we'll have power available. I like this build progression. It seems relatively solid. So then it's back to scanning. Let's get some new recruits in here. Maybe we can snatch ourselves, I don't know, like Kevin Spacey or somebody.
The results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
It's radio, Dr. Tygan. I'm really not going to be that intrigued. Radio is at this point like 120-year-old technology. Pretty well explored. If you expect me to be amazed by the radio, another thing coming. So resistance comms, we don't actually need resistance comms. We haven't made contact with anywhere yet. I'm not really worried about that. Resistance radio, of course, always a big priority for Zach De La Roca, but in this case, I'm going to let that one slide. Let's do... At 32 days, magnetic weapons is actually pretty tempting. But there's so much storyline stuff we need, and we really do need resistance radio. Alien biotech only takes 3 days, though. It's 3 days. You know, yeah, all right, it's fine. 3 days. Alien biotech. We'll knock it out. We'll get it done. Of course you will, Dr. Tygan, and I'll look forward to it. I'm weighted with bated breath, buddy. So baited, in fact, that I can't be bothered to listen to the rest of your conversation.
Local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact, we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
You know, because it's way too inconvenient for them to, like, engage a dead drop and just stick a letter in a post office box at a UPS store somewhere. No, it's too much of a hassle. So we got to finish these intact structures, then maybe we'll go make contact with the eastern United States. Karen Allen has recovered from her wounds. That's fantastic. Harrison Ford, yeah, he's recovered, air quotes, from his wounds. I know, I saw you down in a bar, Ford. Only thing Harrison Ford is recovering from is a bender. So we did pick up some new rookies. That's fantastic. I don't want to... We got Richard Davies. All right. Sweet shades, by the way, bro. Kaori Yoshida, Sing Woo, and Andrea Warren, none of whom are going to be who they actually... Those are just roles that the actual actors are playing right now. They're all in disguise. They're so method, they got to stay in character for their upcoming work. Alien biotech in one day. Maybe we just make contact with the eastern U.S. We have enough intel. Actually, you know what? Let's do very quickly. Let's see where our links go. And do we know... We don't know continent bonuses yet. Okay. I don't really want to branch out in a direction until I've got an idea what our continent bonuses are. I think you have to build your first radio relay before you start seeing continent bonuses. So let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to head over here and make contact with the eastern U.S. And this will help us set up our safety valve as well. You mind, Bradford? Talking about my safety valve plan and that how I always like to have one facility ready to be raided at a moment's notice to help thwart the Avatar project. It's just like you and your hip flask. You've always got at least a pint of gin on your person at all times in case you need to stave off the DTs. I feel that same way about making contact with regions that have facilities.
We've managed to locate a resistance cell operating out of this region. It'll take us some time to scan for their exact position, though.
Because again, the UPS store is just a thing that's way, way too much of a hassle. You gotta fill out all that paperwork to get a PO box, and it's just a lot of work.
Much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known.
That I could just take it out of the back of your head instead of pulling it out through your nose.
Progress.
I just assumed that in the heat of the moment, Dr. Tigan ripped that out of the front of our face because he panicked. That's what I assumed. He's like, yeah, you know, I thought, how can I get at this device? How can I pull it out of the back of his skull? Perhaps make a small incision at the base of his spine? And no, that's just crazy talk. Through the sinus. That's the way to go. Now I got that whistling sound in my nose every time I breathe deep because of the massive tissue damage.
Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of
We're never going to be friends, Dr. Tigan. You botched my surgery. You know what I do respect, though? I do respect Dr. Tigan's choice in glasses. Those are some sweet-looking frames, dog. When it comes to glasses choices for Perfidious Pete, I like really minimal glasses. My goal with a pair of glasses is to just not notice that I'm wearing them. And Dr. Tigan's got those, he's got those rimless thing going on the bottom. I really like the look of that. The stems are maybe a little thick for my choice. I would like to have something maybe a little thinner. But I do like the little rimless bottom work he's got going. That's a solid pick. I can't respect your ethics, Dr. Tigan. I don't really respect you as a scientist, and I definitely don't respect your proclivity for corpse fiddling. But you know what I will give you, Dr. Tigan? You got great taste in specs, buddy. Great taste in specs. And Dr. Tigan immediately demands that we examine an Advent officer. He's like, oh, can you examine this corpse?
Have clearly been modified to allow
fine.
Subordinates to receive new orders psionically.
Oh, so we should have waited. We could be working on our Advanced Warfare Center right now, which we desperately need. Shit. All right, well, we're going to have to wait 10 days. So what we'll do is as soon as the new facility option gets cleaned out, we'll put the... Do we want the Advanced Warfare Facility over there, though? Because then we can't staff it with a gremlin. Then again, it's going to be a really long time before we have staffing gremlins available, so maybe we should just come to accept the fact that we're going to need an engineer for that shit. Little suboptimal, but yeah, you know what? I think long term it's probably not going to really matter. Resistance radio is still on the menu, but the Advent Officer autopsy is a priority, and we know why Dr. Tigan has chosen to prioritize it. But you know what? I'm just going to indulge him. Fine, Dr. Tigan.
The same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power.
And there's that O-face we've come to know and love. That is,
indicate a more developed mental acuity.
You know, maybe this Advent trooper in life never had an opportunity to try any ass play, and but hey, you know, they say, how are you gonna know if you like it until you try it? Maybe ass play is the thing that was missing in your life, and you just didn't know until Dr. Tigan put a finger up there. That face doesn't really strike me as the face of a person who is like, no, this is the thing that was missing in my life. That's more the face of, oh, this is a thing I didn't know that I needed and definitely don't want to have ever again. Back to scanning then. 2 days to a supply drop, which is good. We actually really could use these supplies.
Putting it on screen now.
Yep. All right, Optimus Prime, tell me I did a good job. Tell me I'm a good boy, Optimus Prime. Tell me that you love me. Tell me that you respect me.
That your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Tell me I'm good. It's the only thing I ever want is for people to just tell me that I'm good. That's all I need. Aliens made no progress. Oh, fantastic. Both of these events are a delight, especially considering the fact that we won't have a choice of which one to thwart. So we're looking at a ridiculously early base defense then. UFO hunts the Avenger. Fantastic. And yes, theoretically we could evade it, but we have like 2 provinces that we can fly between, and Bradford's just going to fly straight up the ass of the UFO anyway.
But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
Shut up, Bradford. Yes, I know we haven't completed it, but I need the supplies more. We can circle back for this outlaw Josie Whale style. Don't worry about it, Bradford. We'll come back for it. It's fine.
Nothing on the local comms.
Oh, we're not even going to get our supplies then, because the ugliest woman in the history of XCOM is about to get set on fire.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to.
You know, I don't want to fire shots at you, Den Mother, mostly because the incoming Advent forces are about to fire all the shots that are required to take care of you, but I gotta say, you are a powerfully homely woman.
For 20 years,
You are not a handsome individual. Even Speaker Ryan here is looking a little sharper than you are. Speaker Ryan, by the way, talking about the Tea Party.
Our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals.
But if you vote for the Tea Party candidate, everything comes down. It all falls to the ground, burning in ruin. Rand Paul is the devil. Telling you, he's talking about the Tea Party. The fact that Bradford is watching this broadcast is nothing but coincidence.
Your signal's breaking up.
Yeah, worry about that, not the fact that you can very clearly see planes flying towards your base. And Bradford is screaming. I don't understand why these people don't run. I mean, look, they should be running right now. I guess it's like a WWE event, and those, like, airships were just hiding off camera. You're like, oh, we didn't know they were there until they came running out with the steel chair and clocked me while I was talking to Mean Gene Okerlund.
Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
I suppose, but I'm not really convinced we stand a chance either, Bradford. Oh, here comes a Faceless, though. Oh, girl, shake what your mama gave you. Show me that booty, Faceless. Give it to me. Give me that little sexy shimmy. There it is. If you were wearing a G-string, I'd stick $1 in it, I tell you. All right, fine, Bradford. We'll go do our haven defense. Operation Dawn Giant. Let's do this.
Setting course for Mexico.
Why Mexico? Oh, because it has to be in Mexico because it's the only region we have made contact with. Right. Okay. So let's try one of the new features of the old Long War here. Let's kill everybody off of this mission. And I use that term metaphorically, although likely some of you probably will die if the series so far has been any Canadian. I want to try the autofill squad button. Oh, there's actually a clear squad button too. Oh, that's also really good. So who did autofill pick? All right, they gave us Clint Eastwood, which is good. He's a grenadier. Sylvester Stallone, who's our hacker, our heartbreaker, our life taker, our money maker. Or as he would say, oh, your life is a heartbreaker money maker, please. Karen Allen is back in action. All right, and I see Harrison Ford has recovered from his bender nicely. We've also got Morgan Freeman and Jamie Lee Curtis. This seems like a relatively acceptable team. You've got your magic gun, right? We do want to make sure. We do have one modified weapon, and I'm pretty sure Sylvester Stallone is carrying it. Yes, he is. All right, excellent. We just put an advanced stock on that bad boy. Is there anything else we need to do? You know, I think we're good, and I kind of like this team layout as well. So let's get to it. The only thing we're missing that I might like is a Bruce Willis. I really would appreciate if we had somebody with Phantom just to go scout, but we don't. We're gonna have to make do. Operation Dawn Giant. Let's begin. In the dawn of time, a race of giants ruled this earth until the penguins came to replace them. It was known as the Penguinomachia, and the mighty penguins banded together to cast down the forces of their oppressors, the Dawn Giants. Oh, how they looked so funny in their little tuxedos as they murdered the Titans. It was much like that anime Assault on Titan, except with more penguins and more Titans. I actually would watch... Would that not be the greatest thing ever? Morgan Freeman narrating an anime which was like Attack on Titan, in that there were just like a giant group of like genitalless nude men running around and they were being battled by penguins. It's the greatest thing that doesn't exist. So we have deployed on top of a ridge line. All right, I like this.
Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians.
Rescuing the civvies. Okay, we got a shooter spot for Jamie Lee Curtis, which I don't hate. Jamie Lee does have snapshot now, so she can move and fire. Where are the civilians in relation to us? Actually, we're in what, like a corner? We're in a corner. I don't necessarily like that. Our first civvy is like right there in a burning building. So who's taking first moves? Not Karen Allen. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis is actually not a bad choice to take firsties with her snapshot. So we got a civvy, civvy, another civvy. Okay, so we got 3 clustered pretty close. Do we want to activate the question becomes then, do we want to activate a pod? And I kind of feel like the answer is no. Sylvester Stallone has an SMG, so he's going to be our fastest trooper as far as foot speed goes. Let's take him down. Okay, we have activated. That's... Oh, shit, a Viper already? Damn! Alright, so the alien pack is throwing us some early curveballs. They're already dropping Vipers on us. Jamie Lee, I don't suppose you have a shot? No, of course you don't.
No reason for them to hide. The aliens don't need an infiltration unit anymore.
Well, this is actually quite bad. We could try to run out of line of sight, but if history has taught me anything, it's that running out of sight against a Viper is just going to result in that Viper spitting acid at us, which I don't want him to do. Can we hit the Viper with a grenade? Of course not. We could destroy its cover, but we can't hit it. I don't suppose there's a chance Clint Eastwood could get close enough to hit it with a grenade. Eastwood? Like, how close would you need to be? How much closer? I mean, it's possible. There's no cover for you to occupy while you do that, though, is there? Like, literally 0. That's bad. So that move was questionable, and we took a questionable move, and it's hurt us, admittedly. But Karen Allen might be able to save the day with a little suppressive fire. Okay, so she can see the Viper. If she suppresses, what's she gonna hit? Does she catch them both? She does. All right, I don't hate that. Sylvester Stallone, we could put you on over. You can only see... I mean, Stallone does 2 damage guaranteed as well. Jamie Lee Curtis can't see anything. We could put her on Overwatch, or alternatively, we could have her steadier weapon. We might have her steadier weapon. Morgan Freeman, if we bring you up here and put you behind this building, I don't want you to be able to see any of these guys, and I don't want them to be able to see you. You're not fast enough to go shank him. If we can get one turn here, we might be able to have Morgan Freeman just go shank that Viper. That's a plan. I don't necessarily... I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Eastwood, you got a shot at anything? Nope. You're probably just going to be on Overwatch then. Harrison Ford, I want you close in a position where you can shoot, because you have light 'em up. So I guess we'll just bring you here and put you on Overwatch. The question then becomes, what do we do with Stallone? Do we have him Overwatch? Jamie Lee Curtis? We're going to have you Overwatch. Do we have Stallone Overwatch? Yeah, give me the area suppression. This is going to chew up a lot of our ammo, but this is fine. We need those hit penalties. Do we have Sylvester Stallone Overwatch, or do we just have him move? He could take a shot. He has almost no chance of killing that man. Definitely is not going to kill that Viper. That Viper is probably just going to stand there and spit acid at Karen Allen. So what we should do then is we move Stallone. Because if somebody's going to get hit with acid, we want it to be Karen Allen. We don't want to give him... Oh, fantastic. We've been pincered. Well, this is perfect. So we've got 2 pods of Advent rolling up in our shit. I can't help but notice that Jamie Lee Curtis is not taking Overwatch here. Why not? And Anna Novikova. Done for. So the Viper is moving. We hit it. It is still suppressed as well. Here comes some more Overwatch. Clint Eastwood with a big ol' whiff. Still hit us. And okay. Yeah, it's totally fucking fair.
Alright, that one hurt.
Wait, did that set her on fire too? Are we also on fire? No, but when we get unbound, we're definitely gonna... That's... Fantastic. This is brilliant. Karen Allen is almost completely unsavable. She's a goddamn walking calamity is what she is. 75% chance for a shot here on this Advent Trooper. Honestly, Jamie Lee Curtis, you're not going to do better. Just see if you can get us a quick and easy kill here. Nope. We're not going to catch a single fucking break this entire mission, I can already tell. Nothing we do is going to work. It's going to be failure from front to back, top to bottom. No, Clint Eastwood, I don't want you taking that shot. Harrison Ford, I would like you to take the shot because you have light them up, which means you're going to get 2. And that's good because you're going to need them both. And Karen Allen gets dropped in a fire. Is she in a fire? She's not in a fire, and she can move without getting set on fire. She could also go rescue a civvy. And still potentially... I mean, she's hurt, though. Also, what if one of these civilians is a faceless? Alternatively, we could just have her shoot. Or we could have her move and shoot. You know what? I kind of like that plan better. Karen Allen, I want you falling back to here. And then, if you would, please take out this faceless. Or this just kill him. There we go. So, Vipers, yeah, because, you know, nothing like starting strong, start early. You know what they say, start early, kill often, and it's never too soon for Viper. We could have Morgan Freeman come here and probably kill that man and still be in cover, but then we have 2 Advent Troopers about which we can do absolutely nothing.
Orders confirmed.
Clint, I don't suppose you can get in grenade range? I mean, you can see him. You have a terrible, terrible hit chance. Well, you do have the grenade launcher. How far can you fire that bad boy out there? You could eliminate his cover. It seems like kind of a waste of a grenade. Honestly, though, you know what? I'm still going to do it, because we're never going to hit a regular shot at this range anyway. If Jamie Lee Curtis had killed that other Advent Trooper, I'd have absolutely no qualms about going forward and trying to make a play. So Morgan Freeman, this is full cover at least. Honestly, I think we have Stallone. Wait, we need somebody better to take. Stallone and Freeman are all that's left. All right, well, let's go ahead and get our early civilian rescue then. We have to do max damage to get a kill here. If we're gonna miss, we might as well not miss. Okay. Do we want to run and gun and shotgun then? Yeah, that's the better play. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Morgan Freeman, kick on the old run and gun. Come up here, take a shotgun flanker at this man. This should be almost can't miss. It is, in fact, it's literally can't miss. 50% chance to crit. Put him in the ground. And then in a minute, we're going to have Morgan Freeman start shanking bitches like it's Shawshank Prison. The surveillance drone. You know what? Here, just shut it down. That's what we're going to do. We haywire protocol the surveillance drone and shut it down. My concern with the surveillance drone is they have the ability to call in reinforcements. I can't afford to fight another pod right now. We're already punching well above our weight. So let's send in Master Hacker Sylvester Stallone. Hey, well, you know me, Peter. You come in there and penetrate firewall and deal with the 1-2 knockout combo. My Stallone is getting, I think, progressively worse. You always just like 1-2 punch there. You hit him with the shut him up to the jab and then walk him with the left. What are you gonna do? You're gonna come here and take a shot at Sylvester Stallone in full cover. 25% chance to hit. We didn't get boned by the numbers for once. We actually caught a break. So Jamie Lee Curtis can see too. 75% chance at that. All right, Curtis. I want you to make up for that whiff you had just a minute ago. There it is. Needed 4, got 4. We could have Stallone go for the rescue. We do still have that drone out. Let's have, okay, so we're gonna be, I'm concerned that I'm playing, oh great, this is a faceless. Oh, never mind, it just took him a minute. For a second there, I thought we had just triggered a faceless and I was about to be unspeakably salty, but no, turns out we're okay. What do we got? 49% chance to hit, that's real bad. We have no more active pods, and we know that the other active pod is back in that vicinity. But among these civilians, almost one of them is almost guaranteed to be a faceless.
Good copy. Moving on target.
What's our hit percentage? 63 for a shotgun. We could get a kill there on a max damage roll. Clint, let's move you forward. I'm not really that concerned about our overall cover position because our only active enemy is down and shut down for another turn. Harrison Ford, we're just going to have you go pick up this loot.
Will do.
Also, Harrison Ford's going to need to reload at some point. What did we get? Elerium core. We've been getting a lot of alien data caches. Karen Allen. We need nothing fancy out of Karen Allen. I think we just bring her up here. He's going to reload. Karen Allen's out of bullets, so we have no choice but to go for the reload.
Locked and loaded.
That leaves us Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood, as well as Sylvester Stallone. So, you know what, Morgan, here. No, don't hunker down. Hit this man with a grenade. This gets us guaranteed damage and a shred. And that makes Sylvester Stallone vastly more likely to score a kill. We could have Clint Eastwood take a bad shot, but we're only going to do that if an emergency situation arises. We do need a hit from Stallone here, though. Good whiff. Nice. Got one. Okay, good. Well done, then. All right, so I guess it's up to Clint Eastwood to save the day. It's always up to me to save the day. That's why I carry this 44 Magnum. Most powerful handgun in the world. Another civilian bites the dust. Down you go. Oh, Flores is down! Left and right, Bradford, we've lost literally 3. Maybe chill out a little bit. So one of these is definitely a faceless, then. I mean, they're definitely a faceless. So Jamie Lee Curtis, we need you to move. Jamie Lee Curtis has significant penalties when operating from squad site, so we want her as close to potential targets as possible. I'm not entirely sold on Snapshot as an ability, as it turns out. I'm thinking maybe Snapshot is the wrong choice. So Stallone, we're gonna bring you here. And I have like 12% of a plan of what I want to do with you. My goal is to maybe try and get you close enough to trigger some of these enemies and then draw those enemies into an Overwatch trap. The question is, are we going to be able to generate enough hits to do 12 damage? Especially if we have to do that without you shooting. Because that's also an integral part of the whole of the plan, is you're not going to be one of the people shooting when we do that. So let's bring Karen Allen to here. We'll drop her in Overwatch. I would love to be able to... Can I suppress... Oh, man. I would love to be able to suppress a civilian.
Come get some.
That would be legitimately useful. If we could suppress these guys so in the event that they were faceless, they just popped out, that'd be beautiful.
Moving to Overwatch.
Eastwood, Overwatch. If we're close enough to one of those guys that they are a faceless, they will trigger this turn and charge. It's going to cost us another civvy, but we only need... How many civvies do we need here, by the way? Okay, so none of these guys are faceless then, or they would have triggered. So we've rescued 3, we need 3. One of those 2 is definitely a faceless then. And possibly that guy is also a faceless.
Moving. Go! Get out of here!
Okay, that is in fact a civilian. Alright. Got 2 over here, too. Jamie Lee Curtis could get to him, but that seems monumentally dangerous. We could go for the double rescue. You know, no, it's too damn dangerous. It's too risky. It's too diggity dang risky, as Ned Flanders would say. Harrison Ford, I really would love to get you an opportunity to reload at some point. but we're also going to need you doing a little Overwatch. Karen Allen, you're hurt, which I don't like. Let's bring you over here.
Moving to designated position.
You're going to be on Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Jamie Lee. I mean, let's just give you... I think it's Overwatch for you. Here, you reload. Since you're not going to be moving. Rack a new round in there. And reload. You all know all about racking a new round, too. Because let's face it, it's not the first time you've replaced a rack, Jamie. It's not the first time. I'm not faulting you for doing it, because I got to say that, you know, the replacement rack was delightful.
On Overwatch.
We should have had Clint Eastwood. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, we're good. I was thinking we could have had Eastwood reload, but maybe reloading is the wrong play. Okay, so that is right there, then, is definitely a faceless. Otherwise, we would have shot him. We also activated this pod. Yeah, I see you down there trying to pretend you're Sigourney Weaver. Don't think you're fooling anybody. I know Sigourney Weaver, and you are no Sigourney Weaver. Also, it sort of looked like we took a shot at her when she moved. That's definitely a faceless, though. I am almost 100% certain that that is a faceless. So certain, in fact, that I'm considering grenading it. We need 2 civilians. It's possible both of those are faceless. There are 4 civilians left on the map. There's no... She's got to be a faceless. You know what? I'm doing it. I don't even care. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. I can't be stopped. All I want to do is make sure I don't kill anybody else inadvertently, so... Clint Eastwood, this is why you're the hard-nosed. This is why when it comes down, the chips are down, it'd be like, Clint Eastwood is the hard-nosed, no-nonsense cop. This is why they called him. This is the dirty part of Dirty Harry right here. I will bomb the shit out of what turned out to be an absolutely innocent civilian. Okay, you know, mistakes were made. I'm not gonna lie. That one's on me. I did that. That's my fault. Let's go ahead and take our snapper. You know, sometimes things don't necessarily go the way that you expect or the way that you would want. No, they always say no plan survives contact with the enemy, and I think this is maybe one of those we made enemy contact scenarios right here. So we're gonna go for the rescue and then take our guaranteed Sylvester Stallone kill, assuming this is not a faceless. So we have chosen poorly. Now we're in trouble.
We've heard rumors about some kind of shapeshifters.
Yep, we found... Well, rumors allow me to allay those rumors, because the rumors are rumors no longer.
We had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
Well, Morgan Freeman could go shank the shit out of him for some non-trivial damage, but that's not really what we need. Harrison Ford is out of ammo. That's brilliant. Oh, go ahead and get a reload off Harrison, and then we're probably just going to have you take a shot at this faceless, right? Although you do have a flank shot at that guy. Anybody can kill that man, though. Now, the faceless is more important. Light him up. Solid hit, 5 damage. That's respectable. Leaves that man with a meager 7 health. And if we have to, we can always have Karen Allen suppress these 2 guys. So who does that... That leaves us Karen Allen, Sylvester Stallone, and Morgan. That's all we got, huh? Ooh, that ain't good. We also have Sylvester Stallone just standing out in the open as well, which is decidedly unfortunate.
Understood. Moving out.
Well, Morgan Freeman, you got to come save a life. We really need a shot. 6 damage. Your max damage doesn't kill him, does it? Unless you critical him!
Hostile neutralized.
I've told you, Pete. A man, when it comes time, in prison learns a thing or two about when to shank a bitch, Pete. And Morgan Freeman, though it breaks my heart to say it, does know a thing or two about shanking bitches.
Understood.
Also, Pete, there comes a time in every man's life when he realizes that perhaps his Morgan Freeman impersonation sounds a little bit more like Gordon Freeman. And Pete, on that day, that man buys himself a crowbar. Alright, so Karen Allen went for the suppression. That guy made a break for it to try and get out of the danger zone. And he paid the ultimate price for his temerity. Karen Allen gunned him down. That took a lot of bullets, though. Here comes our final faceless. He's going to take a move. Okay, so this has worked out actually pretty good for us. We should have no problem finishing these guys off. We got a faceless just standing out in the open, waiting to get gunned down. All right, so Stallone, you're going last here. Freeman? I mean, we could have you just run up there and gank the dude. Okay. Harrison Ford, you know what? 72% chance would light him up. Do exactly what it says on the tin, Harrison Ford. So exhausted, Pete. Bro, my legs spent the last 18 months drinking. I don't want to be walking in, playing Falcon with Chewie. Just too tired, Pete. I just can't go back to bad hits. Spend too much time with that young, hot Callista Flockhart. She's emptying my balls on a regular basis, Pete. I'm 72 years old. I just can't maintain the pace like I used to. Sounds like a personal problem to me, Morgan, and perhaps something I don't necessarily need to be clued into. Nice shot from Jamie Lee Curtis, by the way. Who do we want to get the kill here? You know what? Let's have Clint Eastwood see if he can rack another one. Nope. Yeah, we noticed. Well, Sylvester Stallone definitely kills this man. Is there anybody we would rather have take... You know what? Let's have Karen Allen. Let's see if we can feed Karen Allen a kill. Ain't no feeding Karen Allen. Karen Allen is lights out stone cold. She's not letting anybody melt her face again. She had enough of that shit. She already got wrapped up and squeezed by a Viper, too. So, we're one mission in. Oh, giving Karen the kill did turn out to be the right move. Mad promotion. And so, the race of giants will once again laid low. This time, not in Shawshank Prison, not by a dancing penguin, but by an armada of tuxedoed avians. The human race is safe again to proliferate across this great and glorious world. I'm telling you, it's definitely more Gordon Freeman than Morgan Freeman. Still, pretty good mission, I feel like. We set a new average damage per attack record. 1.57 average enemies killed per turn. That's pretty good. Our average cover bonus was 21.43, which is somehow a new record. 31.43. We didn't really move a lot on that mission. I'm really beginning to wonder about Snapshot. I took it so that our sniper wouldn't have to be sort of pinned in place, but maybe the trick is to use the pin in place sniper and just don't take them on missions that are going to require you to move a lot. Maybe the sniper is a situational pick. Be great for UFO defense, which it seems like we're going to be probably doing. Oh, come on! We took 2 points of damage and were wounded for 25 days? I guess that Viper must have really bound her up. He didn't just, like, break her ribs and squeezed her. He, like, legitimately bound up her intestines. She's got an intestinal blockage from the squeezing. All right, Clint Eastwood picked up a rank, though. What do we got? Formidable, which we... kind of sucks. It's okay, so it's basically blast padding, which is shit. Steady weapon. I mean, it's okay, but is it as good as heavy ordnance? I don't even think there's... I mean, this seems like a non... This is a choice that is not a choice. It's either steady weapon or... because Formidable is like the second worst ability in the game, which, oddly enough, the other worst ability in the game also belongs to... well, Grenadiers in the base game, but we got something different going on. Heavy ordnance, though, is real good. I say we just take it. And what did Karen Allen pick up that she won't be able to use? Locked on. Gain plus 10 aim for successive shots at the same enemy unit. That seems bad. Like, objectively bad, actually. Ideally, you won't be shooting at the same thing ever more than twice. What's demolition? Unleash a volley of bullets at your target cover, significantly damaging and destroying it. Deals no damage to your target. This actually is straight up the worst ability in the game. What's Will to Survive? Enemy damage reduced by 1 when in cover and attacked through that cover. These all suck. Like every single one. Straight up, this is a garbage water rank. I guess we'll take Locked On then, which seems like the least bad of a bad lot. Man, that's very disappointing. Still, we have a sergeant now, which means as soon as we get our guerrilla tactics facility on, I think we can upgrade our squad size, maybe? Allen, Karen, Pepper Allen. No, come on. We're not going to allow that nickname to stand. We'll have to, we'll tinker with that between episodes. We'll come up with something a little better. We did pick up an Advent Officer Corpse, 1 Illyrium Core, some alien data caches, other assorted corpses, which we can't even do anything with yet. We're just basically storing them to satisfy Dr. Tigan's idle curiosity. Data decryption, Viper autopsy, faceless autopsy. We really kind of want to do the faceless autopsy because I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a mimic beacon. And we get an extra 15 supplies per month from Mexico henceforward. Haha. See what happens when you don't build a wall with your largest training partner? She'll be fine.
As long as we keep them healthy, I'm sure they'll
If having her skin melted off while rescuing a soldier didn't, have a negative effect on her willpower, I'm pretty sure Karen Pepper Allen is gonna, she'll rally up. So we have low intel and low supplies. Well, both of those things are objectively true.
Might be more resourceful than your average trooper, but I doubt our forces will have any trouble bringing in a test subject for Tigan to look at.
We already have one. He's on the table, Bradford.
Asking for a live one. There's not a whole lot that surprises me these days, but I'm definitely curious to see if the chip we pulled from the command.
The other thing I'm curious about is whether or not Scotch tastes as good as they say. I mean, I stick exclusively with gin because I'm a bottom shelf whiskey kind of guy, but I've been hearing good talk about this Scotch, Pete. That's the other thing I'm curious about. So let's go get Bradford. I don't know. I'd say get him a bottle of Glenfiddich, but honestly, I don't think Bradford is going to be looking for quality Scotch. You need some Johnny Walker or something that's maybe a little lower shelf, a little less expensive, because he's going to be polishing it off by the barrel anyway. Well, you know what? Just stick to gin, Bradford. That's probably the better way to go. Pop off for a keg is probably, what do you get, like 50 gallons for 15 bucks? Seems more your speed. My speed right now, though, is ending this episode. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more of the drunken adventures of John Bradford, might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. And hey, we're down to 500. Our ERA, or actually, I guess it would be our SKM, our soldiers killed per mission, is down to 500. So, bully, that's pretty good. We were for a while batting 1,000. We were 2 for 2, but now only 2 for 4. How are we doing on the soldiers wounded per mission? Well, our SWM ratio considerably higher, but eventually, I feel like we'll get there. The early game is always the hardest part of XCOM. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.